Welcome back to another episode of the Blck Impact. I am Tiffany, your host, and today I have a special guest here with me by the name of Monique. Monique is a creator of Follow Through Girl series where she shares her journey about accountability, discipline, and rebuilding self trust. Becoming someone she relies on, not just in words, but in action. She has built a strong community through Follow Through Girl platform, which she has grown to over 59.1K followers, guys. Listen, who building a community like that? Okay? Rooted in faith, growth, and real life transition. Okay, she sits at the intersection of faith, conviction, and lifestyle change, openly navigating seasons where her spirituality grows every single day. And life hasn't always been fully aligned with her, right? Which is everybody, okay? So in this conversation, guys, we're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna go deep, and we're gonna talk about everything, guys, okay? So everybody, I would like to welcome Monique. Hey, girl, how are you?
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited for this conversation.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to get straight to it, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I understand that you're in church, girl. So am I. I don't physically go inside, but I'm online because I listen to Pastor Jerry Flowers. He's in Texas, and I want to go to Texas, but I can't. I'm in DC. So that's my pastor. But I want to get into, when you hear faith calling, what do you think people misunderstand the most about the actual process?
I feel like people think it's like a linear journey and like it's just gonna go smooth sailing. Once you join the faith, you just keep going up and up and up. And it is not like that.
Girl,
Especially
no.
from my experience, it comes in waves, there's
Yes.
cycles. There's ups and downs. Some things I will say God can deliver you from, and He like takes the taste out of that thing from your mouth, and like you don't have to worry about that anymore. But there's other things that you have to fight daily, like you have to die daily. So I feel like that's what people misunderstand. Um, and you will suffer. I'm not gonna lie. You
Listen.
will suffer in this Christian walk, but you're gonna suffer in life in general. So at
Yes.
least we have a hope to look
Yeah.
forward to and someone to turn to when we are going through things. So
Girl.
I would say
Mm.
that for sure.
It's definitely a process once you start that journey. I feel like I always been on that journey, but I didn't really understand it all until I got a little bit older and things started happening in my life, and then I had to go back and really go into the word and start my journey and everything. So
No, I
it's
agree with
definitely
that for
it's
sure.
definitely a process. It definitely stings sometimes, but you always get through it. Like, you always
Hmm.
get through it. And you have to
Hmm.
understand, like, that down season that you're in, God doesn't want you to he doesn't want you to be unhappy. He wants you to be happy, right?
Hmm. And that's why it's so important for us to have like community around us because I feel like when we are in isolation, there's a difference when like God is like keeping us to himself and like really trying to reveal himself to us. But he still wants us in community with other people to strengthen us because you need people around you. You really do.
Yes, you do. Community, always, guys. I always preach community, yes, because listen, community is what we need. So, what does follow through girl really mean to you beyond the content, and what made you realize you needed that level of accountability?
I would say follow through girl to me is like being a woman of your word, doing what you say you are going to do, and
Yes,
like going through the process all the way to the end.
yes,
And in terms of like repeat the last part for me, the accountability part.
yeah. When did you realize you needed the level of accountability?
So actually, I feel like I was raised this way. Like my dad is
Mm-hmm.
number one, like man of his word. He's like the most reliable person I ever met in my life.
That's good.
So I feel like he raised me and my sister to be this
Mm-hmm.
way. And so I've been like this from since young because I've been mirroring him. And
Mm-hmm.
but it's only when I'm older and I look back on like all the life decisions and the choices I've made, I can see how like powerful it is to follow through. So I was like, I have to keep doing this. Like I feel like it's
Yeah.
gotten me so far, and it's such a beneficial thing to do to follow through on what you say you're gonna do. And so I just really started to value that about myself. And then I was just like, you know what? Since I do want to create content, like I think this is something that I can use to teach, to educate,
Mm-hmm.
to inspire other women. So it's naturally who I am. And then I just kind of found a way to brand it on my platform.
Yes. I love that, girl. I understand follow through, girl, because your word is everything. It's like you just have to keep that promise to yourself because it's also a level of building trust within yourself because
Hmm.
if you don't trust yourself, then you're not going to be able to go out here and trust anyone else. So
Exactly.
you have to build up that trust for yourself. So accountability, yes, we all need that accountability, but we also need to hold ourselves accountable for every single thing that we do. And I love that.
Agreed.
I love that. Where do you think self-trust breaks first? In your word, your actions, or your emotions? Ooh.
This is a good one. I would say, okay, I guess there's nuance, but I would
Mm-hmm.
say mainly your actions.
Okay.
Because with your emotions and your words, if you haven't given yourself like a reason not to believe that you won't do it, like
Mm-hmm.
you won't handle situations properly or you won't deal with life as it comes to you, you're still going to trust yourself. But it's when you don't take that action,
Actually, yeah.
that's when you start to be like, okay, wait, can I do this?
Right. You start
So I
questioning
would
yourself.
say,
Right.
like, the action is the biggest thing. You have to take action. Even if it's like small, you need
Mm-hmm.
to do something to show yourself that you can do hard things, that you
Yes.
trust yourself in your decisions, and that
Yes.
you can handle whatever life like throws at you. So like that's what I always preach to people. Like do the small things, do the hard things, just do something. You
Do
have to do
something. Right.
something because it
Yeah.
really like self-trust is a huge thing. It's really important to have in this life because trials and tribulations are going to come all the time. And when you
All the
trust yourself
time.
to be able to get through it,
Yeah.
you it just gives you so much more confidence in life.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. I really do. Yeah. When you share being in a space where you're growing in your faith, but also still navigating partying, what has the tension been teaching you about yourself?
Mm. I think the tension was teaching me, first of all, that I love enjoyment. Like, I love enjoyment.
That's right.
And so I kind of had to find spaces that still glorify God, but I can enjoy myself. Because I know that was a big thing for me when I was
Yeah.
first like moving out of my lukewarmness
Hmm.
into being more on fire for God. I was
Hmm.
very scared because I was like, am I gonna have to like lose my personality? Am I gonna have to like
Yeah.
not have fun and do anything? Like
Right.
I have to stay in the house and do nothing. And I feel like that was something that was in my head that was making me continue to want to go out. But once I really started joining my church, um, I actually went to church in Maryland.
Hmm.
Once I started joining my church and I saw that we were still having so much fun, we were going out with each other, Bible study was fun even. So I was like, wait, I don't have to
Right.
like lose
Too.
my entire personality. I can still have fun and be free in Christ. So I feel like once I saw that, that really like opened my eyes and helped me to be like, okay, I can take this step forward. It's not
Right.
that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah. I feel like when it comes to Christians, they think that some people have this like stereotype that you're supposed to be stuck up and not have fun and only do certain things, right? And it's like, no, like God wants you to enjoy your life. Like He created you. So all these things around you was for you. It's just the fact that you have to choose and pick what's for you and what's not for you.
Absolutely.
So I understand because I have been in that conviction on that journey as well. But I mean, I feel like it hasn't. I don't do certain things that I used to do, of course, right?
For
But
sure.
you just have to pick and choose like what is for you and what's not for you, right? So
And like he
yeah.
will guide you for sure. Like
Hmm.
the things that he wants us to do versus the things he doesn't want us to do. Like there's a reason also. Like he wants the best for us. If there's anybody in
Yes.
this world that wants the best for you, it's God. So
Yes.
although some things may be hard because it's like you've built up a habit of doing them,
Hmm.
like if you ask him to show you different ways to like have fun and live life, he will. And he'll even bring
Right.
people into your life that you can enjoy yourself. So,
Yeah, for sure. I love that. When did you first start feeling convicted about your lifestyle and what did you initially resist?
hmm. I would say when I started going to church consistently out in DC,
Hmm.
um, and going to like Bible studies and like really getting involved. And
Hmm.
then on like maybe Saturday night or Sunday night, I would like, or Sunday morning actually, brunch in DC is a big thing.
Yeah, it's a vibe, right?
You can't go home on a Sunday in DC. Um, but when I started really serving in church and like getting really involved, I was like, I cannot be living this double life. Like, I would actually be in spaces and I would feel like, Monique, you're not supposed to be here. Like, you've kind of
Really?
outgrown this this sector of your life. You've outgrown it. But like there was still a push and pull. Like there was still a tug of war, I would say.
Hmm.
Um, so I had to really pray about it. But as I continued to stay close to God, like my desire for it changed. Like I would be in those
Okay.
spaces and I'd just be like, it doesn't feel the same anymore. I don't feel like I'm
Yeah.
having as much fun.
Fun.
So yeah, I would say I
So what
started.
was it?
Hmm.
Yeah. So what was it? Because I know a lot of people, a lot of us are struggling with certain things like
Hmm.
that. Like, was it the club atmosphere? Was it drinking? I'm not sure if you were smoking. I know
Hmm.
those things will make you feel like you're not supposed to be here. But
Hmm.
what else was it? Was it those type of things?
So I was drinking, not like too crazy, but like I was drinking. Um, and like it was just like the people in that environment,
Mm-hmm.
like what are we there for? What are we doing? Like when you actually don't drink in these spaces, you can even see like nothing's really even going on. Like nothing's
Yeah.
really even going on. It's more when I was drinking alcohol, that's when I would be like having so much fun because I'm not really
Fun.
focused on anything. Like I'm just doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you
Mm-hmm.
go in there sober minded, like you see like not much is going on. And I'm saying like I'm having
Yeah.
the time of my life, but if I don't drink, it's not that fun. And I was having a lot more fun with my other church family. So I was just like,
Oh, okay.
there's no point of me continuing to do this. So I feel like it was literally noticing what's actually
Yeah.
going on in this environment, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not that much.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, we don't need to be here no more anymore because like I know that you like to have fun, Monique, but you
Yeah.
have a lot more fun doing other things.
Yeah, I completely agree. So I don't drink, so I understand like the whole dynamic when it comes to drinking.
Hmm.
Um, my personality is just it's like that period. I don't need to drink to
Hmm.
be in feel that. But also like um the whole club atmosphere, like I just feel like you just outgrow it. It's just like what are we doing? And then you go there and it's like nobody's really dancing,
Hmm.
nobody's really like it's not even fun. And
Yeah.
then sometimes it's just more chaos. Like, you realize how people act when they're drunk, or like how they act when you're out. Like, it's just not a good time
Mm-hmm.
because it's chaos. Sometimes it turns into violence, and you be like, wait, I don't want to be a part of that. So it's just
Exactly.
a lot of things that happens in those type of environments, and you just be like, you know what, I don't have time for this. I'm outgrowing this. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I stopped going to the club a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like even lounges, and I remember me wanting to go to like a hookah lounge. And I'm like, I don't even smoke. What do I want to go to a hookah lounge
Mm-hmm.
for? Like, I don't partake in those typical things. Like,
Yeah. It's
you just
like the
outgrow
same
them.
people there, the
Yeah.
same conversations, like people fake flirting, like it's not going
Yeah.
anywhere past that event anyway, like, and even
Yeah.
if it is, it's not to anywhere good.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't need to be doing this. And like I said, I feel like a lot of people like to continue to go to these places because it's like a sense of community. You get to see a lot of
Hmm.
people that you wouldn't see if you're just by yourself at home. That's
That's
what I'm
true.
saying. Is community is a big thing, but like I didn't feel like I needed to get community in that type of space anymore.
Yeah. We're not saying like, oh, you don't have to go out or anything like that. We're not trying
Yeah,
to
for
stop
sure.
you from having fun, because it's a good time. It's fun.
Hmm.
But I mean, that's why I think it's like it is kind of like convicting. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
I wouldn't say like when I was in the world heavy, I I did have fun. I know a lot of people have this story of like they felt super empty and they were
mm,
depressed. I never really had
mm,
that story actually. Like I
mm,
actually was having a great time. But
mm.
I think it's because I always had like my mom praying for me and covering me, and I
Oh,
never
that's
went
good.
too far with certain things. Like
Yeah.
she was always in my ear, like growing up,
Mhm.
I still had her voice in my head. Like there's certain things I just wasn't gonna do. So
Mm.
I just like to be out around people. I think that's just the extrovert in me. So yeah.
That's good. So do you think like a lot of people try to go to clubs and stuff like that to be around fake community because they're running from certain things that they have done, and they want to, it's kind of like a drug, right? It's an
Hmm.
addiction. You're going through so much stuff, you're depressed, you need an escape. So you drink and you want to go and basically not feel this way,
Hmm.
because when you drink, you're a totally different person,
Yeah.
and you're escaping, you're having all this fun. You don't have to deal with reality,
Yeah. I
right?
think that's 100% what it is. Like we love to be distracted,
Yeah.
especially from whatever is going on in our minds, what's going on around us in real life. Like, so
Yeah.
it's just like a big way to distract ourselves, to like
Practice.
not think about things. But for a lot of people, it when they come back home, it doesn't feel much
It doesn't.
better. And
Yeah.
sometimes when they drink, it feels worse in terms of like
Yeah.
everything else that's going on. And now you're adding something to it because now
Right.
that's like affecting your health. Um, so I feel like that
Yeah.
it's a big distraction. And we can distract ourselves in more positive ways, or sometimes just deal with the problem. Deal with the problem.
But I think a lot of times, like, we don't like to deal with our problems.
Mhm.
Like, we don't like to hold ourselves to accountability. Like, we
Mhm.
don't like to take it, and that's the reason why we go into certain things just like that.
Yeah, but we need to
Yeah.
start. We need to start holding ourselves accountable because if you can't hold
Yeah.
yourself accountable, how are you going to hold anybody else?
Anybody else.
Imagine a world where nobody holds themselves accountable. Like, what would that even look like? No.
Girl, we living in it now, girl. We're living in it. We're living it here. We're living in it. Yeah. So we're trying to, yeah, holding yourself accountable for sure. We definitely have to do that. But it's kind of hard to try to get the whole world to do that. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
That's why you got
I
to just start with yourself. If everybody
yes.
just started with themselves, we would get somewhere.
Yes. And I hope for all you watchers, you guys are doing the steps to take to hold yourself accountable, because I definitely am, and Monique is definitely holding herself accountable.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think conviction feels more like guilt or alignment trying to redirect you?
Hmm. I would say there's a difference between like yourself shaming you
Yeah.
and like conviction. And I feel like I can feel the difference because usually when I'm getting conviction or convicted of something, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like an inner thought in my head just telling me,
Mm-hmm.
like, you shouldn't do that. Like,
That's
it's
your
not like,
intuition.
yeah, it's not really
Yeah.
like, oh, you're here, you're a bad person. Like, how could you ever?
Right.
It's not condemning me. It's just kind of redirecting, like, Monique, get out of here. Like, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be here. Monique, don't do that. So it's
Yeah.
just like a quick thought like that. So sometimes it is like our intuition. I also feel like the Holy Spirit speaks to us as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't, the voice in my head doesn't shame me. It's just kind of literally pulling me in the right direction. Like, you know, when a child is about to touch something and the parent's like, don't do that.
Yeah. Right, right,
It's
right.
kind of like that in my head,
Yeah.
just telling me like what makes sense for me to do and what does not make sense for me to do.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I do think it's like a redirection of
Hmm.
God. Your intuition, your discernment kicking in
Hmm.
for sure.
For
Yes.
sure. Heavy with discernment, especially women. I feel like we
Yes.
really have discernment and we need to lean into that instead of ignoring it. I feel like a lot of us ignore it for like pleasure or whatever, but we need
Yes.
to really listen to our discernment. We all have it in us.
I have ignored my discernment for a lot of reasons: ego, pleasure, like so many things. And I pray every day to make my discernment sharper
Hmm.
and my intuition, because Lord knows I do not want to be in predicaments I was before. Like now, I feel like, listen, you run something by me, I'm gonna know, I'm gonna pick it up.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get it,
I
okay?
feel
But
that.
before then, I might have been a little bit more naive to miss those flags, or just not even like paid attention to myself to figure out like what Tiffany actually wants in that moment. So I skipped over them red flags, you
Yeah,
know.
I
So yes,
understand. It's difficult sometimes. It's not
it
easy all the
is.
time to
It's
like
not.
do the right thing or
No.
follow the voice in your head.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want what you want in the moment. So,
Yeah.
but it usually leads somewhere you do not want to go. So it's just
Yeah.
better to listen to that your voice is
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah. And I feel like that's an everyday thing. Like making decisions every single day, you have to your discernment has to pick up on it immediately. Like,
Hmm.
because every choice, every decision, every choice, listen, it will determine like how your life plans out,
Yeah.
you know. And we are not, listen, back then we made choices, and I feel like that's what those choices like gave us, what our experience is. But now it's like, hold on, I
Yeah.
don't want to go back there, I don't want to go back there.
Right. There's no more doing things for the plot at this age.
Yeah, no,
Like
no, no,
those days
no,
are done. And I don't only rely
no,
on myself for decisions for sure
no.
because I can make the wrong decision. That's why I have to really include God in my decisions because if
Yes.
it's up to Monique only,
Yeah, babes. Mm-mm.
I don't know. I
Mm-mm.
don't
Girl,
know.
let me tell you, I'll be heavenly praying like, God, is this for me? If it's not for me, and he answer me every time.
He
Listen,
will
he ain't gonna not answer me.
with the
Okay.
quickness.
Have you ever felt like your healing and your habits were moving at two complete different speeds? And how did you navigate that gap?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Like, there's that verse in Romans, like 7, I think like verse 15. Paul is
Mm-hmm.
basically talking about like the things that I want to do, I don't do, and the things that I don't want to do that I do. So I feel like in terms of like the healing and the habits, that's kind of where I'm in right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's certain things I'm still struggling with and navigating with. So I'm just trying to bring those things back to God to help
Mhm.
him fill the gap. But like I'm also giving myself grace. Like I'm not like condemning myself or getting too hard
Yes.
on myself because sometimes I do.
Yes.
And there's no point in doing that. Like I'm human. God knows that about me. He gives me grace.
Yes.
So who am I to not give myself grace if God has given me grace?
Right.
So I just try to give myself grace in those areas because there's a level of our flesh that like I said, we have to kill our flesh daily. So that means the flesh is trying to do what it wants to do. So
Yeah, for sure.
you just have to really stay close to God and ask him to fill the gap for you. So
Mhm.
don't feel like condemned or anything like, oh, I'm the only one going through this. All of us are
Mhm.
going through that.
Yeah. How do you know when you're operating out of your flesh?
I think it's very obvious for me. Like I'm just doing things impulsively. I'm just doing
Mhm.
things whatever feels right to Monique in the moment.
Mm. And
Um
not sitting back and thinking
yeah, and
about
not sitting back
what.
and thinking about the long term.
So, yeah.
Like for me it could even be something as simple as food. Like I've eaten out already like 3 times this week and I'm like, oh well maybe just like get something quick. Like Monique, chill out. Like eat
Right.
some home cooked food.
That's right.
It's those type of things. It's just very impulsive and like
Yeah.
for instant gratification when it comes to my
Yeah.
flesh. It's not for
Yeah.
the long haul or like something that's truly going to benefit me in the long run. It's just whatever satisfies me right now.
Yeah. Listen, I have been the queen of being impulsive. And listen, it is so hard to try to fix that. Like, oh my God, it's been a lot of work.
Hmm.
It's a struggle, but I'm managing it pretty well. Sometimes I want to, go back in, but
Hmm.
I gotta bring it back.
Yep, reel it in.
Cause girl, I will listen. I'll be acting out of impulse sometimes on not on everything, but
Hmm.
just in certain things. Yes, for
For
sure.
sure. I
I'm not
understand.
listen. I ain't too impulsive. That was back then. I'm not saying I'm impulsive now. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know. Don't be thinking, oh my gosh, she's very impulsive. No, babe, used to be back
Hmm.
then, not now.
No, for real. When you're younger, that impulse is crazy.
Yes,
You just doing
yes,
everything for the plot.
yes. You moved from the DMV to Toronto. What did that transformation reveal about you? The version of yourself you were outgrowing.
Hmm. First of all, that move was so difficult for me.
Really?
I loved the DMV. I loved it so bad. Um, I think one thing that it revealed that I had to outgrow
Mm.
is like my need for validation through like success
Mm.
and academics and those type of things. Because in the DMV,
Yeah.
I was like booming. Like I was
Okay.
working as a chiropractor, I had my own apartment, I was serving in church, like doing well, just doing well in all
Yeah.
aspects of my life. And I was just
Mhm.
so proud of myself. Like, wow, Monique, like, look at all the things that you accomplished and then you achieved. And there's nothing wrong
Right.
with thinking that, by the way. But it's
Yeah.
just that, like, I held, like, all of my value pretty much came from that.
Uh,
So, like, when I
Yes.
had to come back and I lost that, like, I didn't have my own apartment anymore, I wasn't working, all of those things were gone. I felt like useless, basically. Like, what is my
Yeah.
purpose? Like, who am I? Like, everything that I valued and held so much pride about myself was gone. And so, God was teaching me that, like, it's not what you can do, but it's whose you are, basically. Like you're
Yeah.
valuable because you're a child of God. And that concept is still difficult for me to accept even right now. I still like struggle with it because it's just like I want to be extraordinary. If everybody is a
Mhm.
child of
Yeah.
God,
The
I just
yeah.
feel like a part of the number, but it's not like that. Like I'm very special to him. Like he knows the number of hairs on my head. Like he has purpose for me and all these things. So
Mhm.
that was something that I really had to outgrow, like that need for like academic validation, success validation. Woo! Still sometimes going through the cycles, but
Yeah.
for sure.
I feel like that is DC because DC were politics, school, education. What do you do? The first thing when you meet someone on DC
Listen,
streets, listen, what do you do for work?
they
Right?
don't even ask your name. What do
They
you
don't.
do
What do
for
you
work?
because they have this thing that it determines how you show up, how they're going to treat you. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the biggest thing that I hate about DC.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they hold you, your title depends on how people treat you or how they value you when they don't even know you, right?
Right.
So
And I
I
fell
can
into that trap. I
yeah,
fell into that trap because at first I noticed it when I went down there.
yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty proud of the DMV for like how much Black excellence they have out there.
Yeah, for
I'm very
sure.
proud. But like they lead with that heavy. So like at a
Yes.
certain point, like I was starting to feel like prideful about what
Yeah.
I do. Like, oh, okay, when they ask me, I can say like I'm a doctor, I'm a chiropractor.
Yeah.
So like that was making it worse, like making me put all my value into that
You into
title.
that.
So when I
Yeah.
had to move back, ooh, child,
Yeah.
that was hard.
Girl. I go to events all the time and I find myself saying these things like a routine. It's like I don't want to just say this. Like
Hmm.
I'm here for this, but that's not like yes, I do this. I'm so many things, right?
Hmm.
But that doesn't determine like how you treat me and how you want me to
Exactly.
show up, right? And I don't know what we have to do in DC to change that or in the DMV area to change that, but it starts with yourself. Like
Hmm.
um when you have to actually sit back and really ask those questions to yourself are like who are you without these titles? Who
Hmm.
are you without these titles?
Yes, that I think that's so important.
Yes. And some people, it's so hard for people to figure that out because they need so much validation from other people because
Hmm.
that's what they've been grown into, right?
Yeah, people
And
need to use that journal prompt. They need to ask, like, who am I
yes,
outside of my
yes,
job? And write that
yes,
answer down.
that's right. Yeah,
And start
I listen.
introducing and talking to people and
Hmm.
just talking to them without that question first. How are you? Hey,
Yes,
like, I like your outfit. Something else.
right.
Get to know
Yes.
them.
Instead of saying, "What do you do for work?"
Hmm.
Ooh, don't come up to me and be like, "Oh, well, what do you do?" I mean I go to these events all the time and that's exactly what they lead with. And it's
You have like a
because
long
the
list?
no, I don't have a long list. But that's the first thing because I guess the groups that I'm in, you have it's work based. So you
Hmm.
have to say exactly like what you do. But then outside of that, when you're just out like at a concert or whatever, like why are you asking me
Yeah,
what do I
literally. DC
do?
people will be in the club. Like, what do you do for
Right.
work?
What do you
Are
do
we
for
at a
work?
networking conference? What is
Right.
happening?
Like what? Yeah. I want somebody to be like, well, oh, well, who is Tiffany? And then I'd be like, such and such, but what do you do for work? No, please get away from me with that. What emotional or generational pattern do you think shows up most when it comes to inconsistency or self sabotage?
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, when it comes to inconsistency, I don't think there's much of that generationally because I come from a family of go-getters. Like my
Okay,
great great grandma, like
that's right.
they went out and got it. Like
That's
they did
right.
what they needed to do. But in terms of like self-sabotage, I feel like emotionally,
Yeah.
that started happening more recently because in the past, because I follow through on what I say I'm going to do, it has built like my self-confidence. So I was
Yes.
very confident in who I am. And so I never really felt like I didn't belong here. Like I always thought like I put in the work to get here, so I deserve to be here. But I would
Right.
say when moving back from the DMV to Toronto, and
Mm-hmm.
how like everything kind of fell apart, like my entire like your 5-year life plan, like
Yeah.
that fell apart. I like didn't want to like pursue anything else. Like my emotions were running so high and I was just like,
Mm.
if I could get all of that and then lose it in an instant,
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't want to do that again.
Want to do that again.
I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
I rather be like mediocre and do the bare minimum for the rest of my life than have that high and lose it. So I would say that type of emotion, I'm not even sure what emotion that is. Maybe like disappointment that I was
Hmm.
having in myself. That was really like sabotaging me. But
Yeah.
obviously, I could not stay there because it doesn't even
Yeah.
feel good to stay there.
It
So I
doesn't.
was
It
like, I
doesn't.
have to get out of this. I have to get out of this. Like, it's driving me insane. So, like,
Yeah.
that's the time when I was like crying out to God in my room, like, why did you bring me back here? And if you brought me
Yeah.
back here for a reason, show me the
Reason.
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 Show me the
Right. Yeah.
reason.
Absolutely.
So my
Yeah.
emotions were definitely self-sabotaging me, but that's when I had to really reach out to God and be like, listen, like these are my raw emotions. Talk to me. Talk to me,
Yeah.
Lord, please.
Do you think a lot of times when God removes us or breaks us down like that, He is trying to reveal our identity to ourselves?
100%.
100%.
I feel like
Yeah.
that was one of the most eye-opening things in terms of like learning myself. I think
Hmm.
that's when I kind of was discovering this need for validation from success in academics. Like it was in
Yes.
those moments he was showing me that. And it was also in
Yes.
those moments he was showing me that, like, you're valuable because of me. Like, you're valuable because
Right.
you're my child. Like, just, I want you for myself. I feel like I was so distracted out there.
Mm.
And so he was just
Yeah.
like, I want some time where it's just Monique and God. Like, I want
Yeah.
us to build a good relationship because when I do give you the things that you work so
Things.
hard for, even better than before, you
Right.
will be so like close knit with me. Like you won't have to question where your identity or your value is coming from because we've built
Yeah.
such a good relationship. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's definitely what he was trying to teach me. It's a hard lesson. It is a hard
Girl,
lesson.
listen, I just went through this whole train. I'm still going through it. It
Mm-hmm.
is, listen, boohoo crying on the floor of your bed. Listen, okay, and you so many things happen, so many emotions happen. You start questioning on your journey, you start questioning God, you start questioning everything around you, your identity, your ego, your every single thing that is inside you, you start questioning. But then as you said, like, it doesn't feel good to stay in that questioning period,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to navigate out of that and change your perspective and look within yourself and say, well, if I had all of these things, why did God get me out of this? Why was it stripped from me? You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
have to sit with yourself and go through those hard questions, and He really isolates you and puts you in that so you can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you have figured that out, He rewards you and say, I'm going to give, now you figured it out and you have learned, now I'm going to, give you the fruits of your labor, right?
Exactly. Because I feel like even in those seasons where I was just like so bitter and
Mm-hmm.
upset, like,
Yes.
fine, God, you wanted to bring me back here. I'm just going to do nothing. If you wanted me here so badly, I'll just sit here and do nothing because
Right.
you brought me here. So I'll just be here
Yeah.
and do nothing. And so I even had to zoom out. You really have to zoom out because your emotions really clouds your judgment and you like
Jesus.
catastrophize like whatever you're going through, you think it's like the end of the world. But when I zoomed
Yes.
out of my situation and I'm just like, I'm still living with my aunt right now. I have
Mm-hmm.
family around me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have food all the time. I don't have to cook. I have my
Yeah.
sister, like everybody in my immediate family I can build stronger relationship with. Like there's so many things I have nothing to worry about. Like my parents are nearby. Like I can ask them for whatever I need to. Like when I look back or like zoomed out of the my situation and looked at the big picture, I'm seeing like what I'm going through is not as like horrendous as my head
Right.
is making it seem. Like
Yeah.
obviously my feelings are still valid, but there's still so much that God is still allowing me or protecting me with, you know?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. You do have to take a step back and realize what that the big thing that we were tripping about, it's not even that big. It's not even that deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that deep at all. And you have to realize like what is around you and cherish the small things. Like you
Mm-hmm.
really have to cherish the small things around you because it could be that worse. In that moment, it feels like hell, right?
Yeah, it does.
It feels like hell. It feels like you're being ripped apart and you have to figure out why you being ripped apart. But it's
Exactly.
not that deep.
It's not. It's
Are
not.
you still alive? You still
Literally,
getting fed.
you
You
have
still
health.
yes. Yes.
And my
Yes.
thing is like, I think those moments back here has really taught me gratitude, like the power
Yes.
of gratitude, being
Yes.
appreciative of what you have. Because so many people do not have the simple pleasures that we have. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, even when I hear stories from other people, either like in real life or even on the
Hmm.
internet, like, people on TikTok always like to vent. I'm like hearing some
Yeah.
of these people's stories, and I'm like, not even half of that is happening to me, and I'm like going
Yeah.
crazy.
True.
So
Yeah.
like we need to really be grateful for what we have because it
Uh,
changes your mindset.
it
It
does.
honestly helps you to feel so much better when you are positive about where you are in life. And
Hmm.
the situation might not change, but the fact that your
Yeah.
mental changed and
Yeah.
your outlook on your situation changes, it allows you to feel so much better.
It does. It really does. Ooh, y'all. Whatever storm you're going through, it's always for a reason, but you have to sit with yourself and figure out what that reason is. Change
Hmm.
your perspective, pour into yourself, gratitude, like she said, and give yourself grace because it's a journey. It's a journey, okay?
Yes, yes.
What does the next version of follow through girl look like when you have fully aligned, not just trying but becoming?
Whew. I would say the next follow through girl is working as a chiropractor
Okay.
full time for sure. Still creating content that
Okay.
inspires, educates, motivates,
That's right.
entertains. Because there's that part of me too. Like there's like the science loves the human body, and there's also the
Hmm.
very creative side. So I want to be
Yeah.
able to have both of those. Um, I also want to serve in any way that I can, like whether that's like mission trips. I do
Hmm.
want to go
Okay.
do some mission trips with my friends. I have a lot of chiro friends as well, chiropractic friends. Um, Also, serving in my community out here in Toronto. Because one thing I did love about the DMB was that there was like a lot of young adults, and there's a
Hmm.
lot of young adults in community in whatever passion
Yeah.
that you have.
Yes.
So bringing the young adults of
Bringing that.
Toronto together.
Yeah.
The young adult, whether you're a believer or not a believer, I want to bring everybody together just to be in community with each other, to share your
Hmm.
testimonies, to talk about life, to encourage each other, to have fun. Um, that's what she would be doing. And also, married.
Period. That's right. Listen, we don't have time. We want to be married women, okay?
Exactly, absolutely. So that's the
DC,
direction that I want to be going in.
I love that. And you're definitely going to be doing that in Toronto for sure.
Thank you.
DC does have, we just started, I feel like in the past couple of years, we just started implementing community and like pouring in the community really, really hard. And which
Hmm.
I love. Like it's so many before, like when I was living here, growing up here, it was things to do, but not as much as it is now. Like, it is lit out here, and it's so much stuff to do. Like, every single weekend, every day, it's not a dull moment. If
Literally.
you're, yeah, like, if you're in isolation for a reason, I get it. But when God pull you out of that isolation, definitely you'll be able to find your community. Start writing down, just write a whole list of certain things that you haven't done. Get out of your comfort zone. I had to take that journey for myself and get out of my comfort zone. And I started going back to certain activities that I was doing in school to see like what I like and what I didn't like. So yes, like I encourage everyone to, if you don't have a community, create it, you know, create it. Just like she said she wanted to do in Toronto. So for sure.
Absolutely, because even when I moved from, because I did grad school in New York
Mhm.
before I came to DC, and
Okay.
I came there with nobody, like
Yeah.
no one I knew was in DC. So I had to make that community for myself. So if people are trying to
Absolutely.
make community, because I know it's difficult for young adults, I would
Yeah.
say like write down the stuff that you're interested in, like make a list and like intentionally go out to those places. And don't just
Mhm.
sit there and be shy. Like
No.
put yourself
Right.
out there, like smile at someone, like talk to someone, make a little joke while you're in
Yeah.
somebody's outfit. Those small interactions do
Absolutely.
wonders. That's literally like the first month that I moved out there to the DMV. Like I already had made friends, and one of the girls that I met, my girl Niera, one of the girls that I met in like the first month, we are friends all the way through, even until now. Like we call each other every Sunday, so you never
Good.
know what
Good.
type of relationships will come up from just putting yourself out there and giving a little smile.
That's right. I love that. I love that. I just want to thank you so much for sharing your journey with me, holding yourself to accountability because we all need to do that. This conversation was amazing. Um, guys, um, I want to thank everybody for listening. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the Blck Impact podcast, and also to my beautiful guest here. Her information will be in the description below, guys. Check out her series as Follow Through Girl, and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and holding yourself accountable because we definitely are. Okay, Monique, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, girl. I enjoyed it so much.
Me too. Okay, guys, we'll see you. I'll see you in the next episode of Blck Impact. And that's all for today. All right, Monique. Thank you.